Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is August 14th, 2026, and this is my weekly market review. I'm reviewing the NASDAQ 100, that's QQQ, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's go over here to these charts. Let's resize this and maximize this quarterly chart and see what we see here on this quarterly chart. On this quarterly chart, what we see is it's a doji. They probably have a special name for that doji. It's not quite a hammer, but it's a doji. It's I forget. I don't know what they call it. Maybe they call it a dragonfly or something like that. But it's a doji. The significant thing to me is that it's green, number one, and it's above my yearly R1 on these quarterly pivots. It's gotten back above that, and it's getting close to all-time highs. So that's what we see here on the big picture, and we're going to see that on all the pictures. Let's go ahead and go down to our monthly chart and see what we see there. On this monthly chart, what we see here that's significant and all is that we are still above the 9-10 moving average. That's this blue line right here. Technically, that means that we are in a bull market. That evening chart that we saw here, this 3-candle pattern here, it has been canceled out at this time by this green candle that we're seeing here for this month so far, the first couple of weeks, and it actually has closed above the previous open. I don't know if it's closed above the previous high, and we can take a quick look and see what we see there. The high on that candle was 731.92. The close on this candle, I don't quite see it. The high is higher than that previous high, so that's good enough for me for right now. I see that we can see that we did not get a confirmation on the larger time frame of an evening chart, this market trying to go down and turn bearish on us. We can see that it has reversed back to the upside. All right, let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there. Boom, weekly chart. On this weekly chart, what we see here is that whole downtrend that we had going down here, making those lower highs and those lower lows. Last week, we saw that it had completely reversed, and now we're actually really getting confirmation of that. We are back above, these are monthly pivots on this weekly chart. We are above our resistance 1 level, so that means we're pretty strong, but we still haven't broken all-time highs yet. But we are back into a uptrend, and this thing is looking pretty good at this time. The question is, what is going to happen once it gets a little bit closer to these highs up here? Is that those sellers that sold off before are going to jump back into this thing and sell this thing out again, and we get another top up there and this thing roll over again? We just got to kind of like wait and see. We're getting close to that top where, that's one of the things I don't like, because I like trading it to the upside. Once you get to that top, that market starts getting choppy and getting volatile. But it sets up for different strategies once it gets there. That's what I can see here at this time. But let's go ahead and go down to our daily noise and wrap this on up. All right, on our daily noise, I just want to get in here for the last couple of weeks or so. And on this daily picture this week, you have to look Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. In an uptrend with red candles. Ain't that something? Because you got higher lows and you got higher highs. Even today, we had a higher high. So we're definitely in an uptrend. This market is definitely trying to go higher at this time, but it is definitely struggled. It makes up for some great trading in intraday day trading if you got good indicators and good tools and all to trade this. And so it's been the past couple of weeks have been really pretty good and all. Because again, we can tell from the larger time frame that we are in an uptrend, and on the lower time frame here in this daily noise, it is definitely noisy because you're seeing this red and green type stuff happening here. It's just that this market, it gaps up and then it pulls back down. It gaps up and then it pulls back down. It opened. This is a nice. It didn't really. It gapped up a little bit and it drove strong. That was that Thursday, and I kind of missed out on that. But that's the way it goes. But as you can see here on this one right here, again today it gapped up and it just didn't pull down that much. And it's still the bulls did come back in, but it wasn't just enough to turn it over, and that's okay. But come next week, I do see this market opening up above pivot, so I do think maybe next week will be the week that we actually break all-time highs. We just going to have to wait and see. We will be getting pretty close to it. Let's zoom in here a little bit right here and see if we can get where we can actually see it. And still, I thought that was our highs. There it is. Our high is at 748.65, and we are at 730. We can say 735, 745. So we're about a little over $10 away. So the NASDAQ definitely can move $10 in a week, no problem. So again, we're going to be fighting those highs probably next week. So be careful, be careful, be careful. That's all I can really say at this time. So that's pretty much it. Hope everybody had a great week. Everybody have a great weekend, and I'll be talking to you next week. Have a good one. Right Side Trader here. Thank you, new subscriber. And I am working on putting my candle pattern 2.0. Little additional stuff that you need to know about candles and trading around these candle patterns. All right, that's it. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.